All right, so here we're being asked about which choice most effectively sets up the contrast in the sentence and is consistent with the information in the rest of the passage. So let's read the sentence. We're told that while traditional human-intensive data collection has all but disappeared in language studies, the explosion of social media has opened up new avenues for investigation. So, okay, we understand that. What is said in the rest of the passage? Well, in the rest of the passage, we're basically told about um, how the human intensive data collection occurs. Quite a bit of information about that. We're told that today's researchers have found that the veritable army of trained volunteers traveling the country conducting face-to-face interviews can sometimes be replaced by individuals um, volunteering details about their lives through social media. So sometimes. So the way it's written right now is probably not correct. It's not the case that traditional human intensive data collection has all but disappeared. It's just that other options have appeared. So this isn't a very accurate reflection of what happens, or it's not very consistent with the information in the rest of the passage. Maybe something like B is a little bit better, where it still has an important place in language studies, and it's just the case that explosion of social media has opened up some new avenues for investigation. So B is looking pretty reasonable as it is consistent, and it does set up a contrast here because still has an important place, suggesting that there's something else on the way maybe. C remains the only option. No contrast there. I mean, that doesn't set up the contrast here, and it isn't consistent with what we're being told because we're clearly being told that there are actually other options. And yields questionable results. I mean, there wasn't even really anything in the passage about the how good or bad these methods were. I think so. So D is going to be out. It's not really relevant. So B is our answer. Why? Because again, it sets up the contrast with the word still, so meaning that there's something else on the way, contrast between the sort of old and the new methodology. And it is consistent because we are being told that it's still used and it still brings in data, so it does have an important place. So B.